I need to get this bitch out of my house.
Shit never is as bad as it seems. Fuck a lifespan, this is just one long dream.
How's it going, guys? My name's LostDisciple, but you already knew that. And it was Sunday yesterday, and I didn't upload my story. So, we get in Monday story time. And hey, better late than never, right? That's what I would tell my teachers when I didn't do my work. I'm just joking. Always do your work in school, man. You're not sitting in class to do nothing, man. If you're not going to do nothing in school, why go? But, hey. So, you may be asking, LD, Lost, whatever you call me, what is today's story? Well, young one, that is a pretty easy question to answer. Today's story is about bitches, but not just anything about bitches. I mean, like, it's a throwback relationship story. You know, it's, if you couldn't tell. So, I want to say, what was it, almost 4 years ago? Yeah, almost 4 years ago. That was like 2018. Yeah, so it was around, I was 18 at the time. Well, that would be 3 years ago. So about 3 years ago, 3 or 4. Like, I was 18, but I was turning 18. So like 3 or 4 years ago, I was working at my job, and I met this girl. And you know, at the time, you're like, you know the advice. If you don't work, you might not know this advice. You may know it already, but for those that don't know, when you have a job, usually you don't want to have relationships with, well, like intimate relationships with a lot of the women at your job. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that causes problems at the workplace. And come on, you're at work to get paid. Unless you're working like a shitty like retail job, you're not going to be at for a while. Otherwise, it's an exception. So this wasn't an exception. You know, we hit it off. We had like a lot of things in common. I watched anime. Couldn't tell. Fucking weeb, obviously. She watched anime. She had a car. I didn't at the time. She was funny. Like, she was weird. It was weird. Now, she wasn't weird, but it was weird. It was like, it was almost as if if I was dating a female version of myself. Now, that's not always a good thing. You know, what I mean by that is like, if you're dating someone and they like almost like everything that you like, that should be like a red flag. Because I mean, with everything good, there's always some bad. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, I was, you know how it is. You're blind at the time. You don't really pick up on certain stuff like that, or you don't really know shit like that. I'm not saying it's always bad. Don't try to paint me to be some sort of woman hating incel. All right? I'm just saying, like, in this case, this was an example where it was bad. All right? So let me rock. Let me finish the story. So we chill almost every day at work, after work. Like, we work the same time and we'd get out at the same time. So shit, I just told you I didn't have a car, and I'm talking with her. You got a whip, so you know we gonna chill. We linking after work and stuff. She smokes, I smoke. We would smoke after work, hang out, go to my house, chill. You know, watch anime. Literally, like, watch One Piece, fucking Cowboy Bebop. Watch a couple anime movies together. We'd actually watch anime together, like low key. Like, we'd be laying down in my bed, chilling, watching anime, and fucking, I remember the first time she walked in my room, she was like, I can't believe, like, your room looks like this. She's like, I only thought this was in like meme pictures. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, cause at my time I ain't gonna lie, like, the people that are like my friends, if you remember my room, like my old room, like, my room was, you can't lie, my room was nice though, bro. My room wasn't nice, like super nice, but my room was, I can't lie, for a one nigga team, my room was set up. I had the posters. I had my shit looking right. But you know, because I'm the. How do I describe myself? Like, I'm just a gamer, bro. I'm a gamer that watches anime. So like, you know, if you can already imagine what my room could look like, then you probably guessed right. So she was like, "Oh, I can't believe like your room looked like this." We laugh, joke. I'm like, "All right, whatever," but like, can't lie, my shit nice. And we chill, watch anime, whatever. And this was going on for a couple months. And at the time, everything was alright. Ain't nothing too bad. We chilling. And then this is when shit started going left. So about 3.5 months later, 4 months, she was at my house. So this is one thing that this girl didn't like about me, because even with all the positives, there's always something that you don't like about someone. Now, she did not like that I let my friends say the N-word. Now, me, I'm black. I'm half black, half Puerto Rican. So I'm like, she was like, "You let them?" And I was like, "Yeah, like, I don't care." Like, I know some people be like, "Oh, but it's the history behind the word and all this." Like, bro, I know that. I'm a very educated person. I'm not no idiot. So I know. But my way and my philosophy of things is different than a lot of other people's. So I personally, me, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'm throwing this out there right now, you get to say the N-word. I do not care, bro. I really don't. But that's only on my page. We drop N-bombs. Y'all my niggas. Y'all my chat niggas. Y'all my YouTube niggas. Y'all my disciple niggas. Y'all my niggas. So what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but for everybody else, like on everybody else's pages, I don't know. But if you on my channel, you in my comment section, and you want to say something like, "Yo, this nigga's stupid," then say that nigga's stupid. Go ahead. If you're gonna catch offense to something like that, like what happened to "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me." That shit that's an old saying. That shit is not in effect no more. But anyway, she wouldn't like that I'd let my friends do that, and she'd like hold that against me. I guess people, like I said, people's views on certain things are different nowadays. On certain things, not everybody has the same view. So I would always tell, like, but it's not that big of a deal. Like, they're not gonna fucking just straight disrespect you on some crazy shit. Like, we all cool. So, like, you know what I'm saying? But she understand it, but she kind of did. She was like, "Oh, so she'll let it slide, whatever." But she still held that grudge. Like, you can still tell she didn't like that about me. So, whatever. One day she was at my house. I was playing Sniper Elite V2 on the Xbox with my homies on Discord, and she's on my bed chilling, whatever girls be doing when they're at their boyfriend's house. Or we wasn't a couple of things. Let me just say that we were not boyfriend and girlfriend, so we were messing around, like not messing around, but like we would chill, like, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I don't even want to say friends with benefits. We was just chilling. So she was, chilling, whatever, texting on Snapchat or whatever, and I'm doing my thing, and I got work in a couple hours, so I'm playing the fucking Xbox. Like, what you want me to do? So I'm playing and we're smoking whatever, and she rolled up a backwood. Now, I don't really like backwoods like that, to be honest with you. If you know me, you know why we don't smoke dizzy woods. Them shits get you, like, they get you dizzy. Like, if you don't smoke a pack of cigarettes a day, don't smoke a backwood, bro. You're just gonna get sick. Like, you should. The amount of times that I've thrown up after smoking a wood or got super nauseous, it is just too many to count. Like, it's crazy. So she's rolling the wood or whatever, or she's, we're smoking the wood, and all of a sudden, like, she talking to me about something she must have seen on her phone. I guess it was on Instagram or Snap, I don't know. And she's talking to me about it, and I don't know what it was. Like, it had to do with like these people. I think it was like the Brooklyn 5 or the Central Park 5. I don't know what it was. And I didn't know. I didn't, like, this is, I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't know what the fuck it was about. So I didn't know if it was something in the past or something that just recently happened. I thought it was something that happened in like the 50s, 60s, and Netflix had made a documentary on it just recently. So I was like, and mad people were talking about it, and I was like, I don't understand, like, why is this so important? Like, I don't, like, because what I meant by that, I didn't mean like because they're black. I didn't mean it like that. I meant like, why do some people are like so hyped up about this? Like, you all didn't read about this in school? Like, the fuck? You gotta wait for a documentary to come out almost 30 years after this shit happened to be hyped up about it? Like, that's what I was trying to say. Like, like the OJ documentary and like, Narcos. I'm a weeb. I'm a gaming weeb. I don't watch a lot of TV. Like the most TV I'd watch was a little bit of Breaking Bad. Now I finished like Breaking Bad. I watched a little bit of Walking Dead, and like, you know, throwbacks that you remember watching, like Drake and Josh and shit when you was a kid. Other than that, I don't watch a lot of TV. I never really watched a lot of movies. So like, you know, so I was like, I don't understand why that's so important. Like, how the fuck, that's old news to me. And she got mad. Like, like just thinking about it, I could, like, I don't know, like, that's how even my friends asked me, like, what do you mean? Like she freaked out. Like she like weirdly mentally freaked out. She didn't like get like Super Saiyan angry and start flipping the fuck out, but like she, like, if you're ever in a room with somebody and like they get upset, the whole energy changes. Like I picked up on that quick. Like she just got tight and she just started like talking. Like she was like, oh man, this is the hardest thing to explain. Like I say she was having a mental breakdown. Like this bitch was, she was formulating sentences that had nothing to do with what we was talking about. Like she was rambling. I don't know if that's what like creeped me out. Like this bitch is rambling, but she was rambling like, say like how I'm talking about this story right now, and then I just started talking about some donuts or something like that. And nothing at all to do with this conversation, but blended it in my sentence to make it like she was doing some crazy mind games. And I remember I'm high, so like that's just too much, you know. Like you're starting to creep me the fuck out. Like I don't know, like you had to be there to really understand like what this bitch was doing. Like it was crazy. And I don't mean no disrespect. Like if you happen to watch this, I only got almost 300 subs. Thank you, by the way. But hey, if you end up watching this, I don't mean no disrespect. If you want to, you can hit my line again, and we see if things is different. Because you know, time heals all wounds. But I don't know about this one. But yeah, she was tripping like on some real. Like I'm sitting there, right, and I'm hitting the wood, and I had my friends muted because I had the headset. I was talking to him, so I muted my mic, and I was sitting there hitting my wood, and I'm thinking to myself, I need to get this bitch out of my house. But I ain't say nothing to her. I'm just looking at her and I'm just like, alright, I hit it, I passed it back. And I look and I got work in like 3 hours, 3.5, 4 hours. So I'm like, okay, alright. She knows I gotta work at that time. I know I gotta work at that time. So I'm like, okay, but I want her gone. So I finished smoking first, took a shower. And she's thinking, I don't know, she must have thought otherwise while I was taking a shower. She thought we was going to get down to busy. And I'm taking a shower, and I'm in the shower. I'm thinking, I'm like, I hope she leaves while I'm taking a shower. Like, I'm washing my hair 5 times. I'm just washing, like, just scrubbing. Like, my skin turning red because I'm scrubbing so hard. And I'm in the shower. My fingers are getting all pruny and shit. And she's still in my room, in my bed, waiting for me to come back. So I'm like, I get out the shower. I get out the shower, I get dressed, my work uniform on and everything. Like I really got ready for work 4.5 hours early. Put my uniform on, I go back in my room, and she looks at me. She's like, "Oh, why are you in your uniform?" And I'm like, "I gotta get ready for work." She's like, "Don't you work at so it's such and such time?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but I always get ready early." And I was like, "You gotta go. Like I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like I at work." She gets up, gets dressed. I walk her to the door, walk her to her car. I'm like, all right, bye, we hug each other, whatever. She drives off. I go inside, I lock my door, and I take my uniform off, and I go back to playing Sniper Elite, and I tell these niggas what just happened. Man, long story short, if you meet a girl and things are just too good, shit, brother. Usually things are too good to be true nowadays, so always keep an eye out. My name's LostDisciple, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.
Shit never is as bad as it seems. Fuck a lifespan, this is just one long dream.